It's your boy Zay-P, Zay-P the I am. I am that I am, as you are that you are, for we are all that we are. From the individual to the many, for the many comes the all, and the all is one. So thank you once again for tuning in, for joining me back. Um, I've been pretty busy these past couple of weeks. Things have been picking up. The momentum's picking up. The momentum of change is upon us. I know I've been communicating that message, but I've definitely been getting more insight on that change. And so what I want to talk about today is something along the lines of change, and that is the energy of abundance. Not just the energy of abundance, but the energy of growth in general, the energy of expansion, the energy of more. And I don't want to just talk about the energy of more from the perspective that you always hear, which is always, we want more. This is how you get more. This is how you manifest. This is how you. I don't want to get into all of that today. What I'm going to talk about is more what's the shadow side of that, what's considered I guess kind of the darker side of that, a side that people don't necessarily acknowledge or pay much attention to. So the darker side of abundance. And that is not to say that this is a darker thing or something negative. That is just to say this is the unseen, the shadow side, right? So what I've been experiencing with the energies as of late, particularly with the coming changes for me in the ways that I've been expressing myself, living my life, expansion has come, growth has come. With that comes an energy of busyness, an energy of doing, this energy of needing to keep up with it all. And this plays itself out in various ways on the mental scale, as far as even questioning whether or not you're deserving, questioning whether or not you're capable, questioning or not the hows of you can execute, et cetera, et cetera. And then stepping into that, right? Then this comes into the physical realm where it's just like the actual to-do list, the actual actions and activities that need to be taken care of, right? Along the way, as we grow, as we expand, we're putting more on our plate, which is the beautiful thing, right? That's exactly what we're looking to attract. But as we put more on our plate, that is more for us to consume. There is more energy of the action starts to come in, of the needing to keep up with it all. And that energy can cause sensations like overwhelm, sensations like anxiety, all of these heavier, denser sensations and emotions. And a lot of times, what happens is that we're so focused on just wanting to receive more, wanting to get more, wanting to get more opportunities and things of that nature, that we're not necessarily doing our work to be ready. You got to do your work to be ready for when the opportunities come. You got to be ready to be able to handle the growth, the more. And it's not going to be a case of you have to do all your work in advance and you got to know what's coming ahead of you and all of that. Like, that's overthought. That's overthinking. But in the sense of, as you're developing yourself and you're stepping into and becoming more, that's leading to you being capable of being more. You are capable of those things, but you have to, it's like these are new muscles that you're working, right? These are new muscles that you're working in the sense of knowing, of growing into handling these new things, these new responsibilities that might come, or these new, just these new aspects that come along with the abundance and the more that you want, right? Like if you want more in the way of finances and you understand that, you need to do more, or there's more you could do, and you come up with ways that you can grow financially, that's the beautiful thing. You're becoming the person that can embody that. You can actually start to inhabit that in your life. But with that also will come the more of the person who needs to be able to handle the taxes, be on top of all of that litigations and depending on if you're publicly known, whether or not people are going to be looking to get into your pockets, lawsuits. So as you grow to become more, that comes with the energy of more doing, the energy of more having to keep up with it all. That kind of action oriented energy, I guess, so to speak. It's not always just action oriented, but just kind of like the old saying, the more money, more problems, right? As you become more, there becomes more required of you. And so while everybody is manifesting and doing all of this work to become more and to embody more in their lives, remember to keep in mind that shadow side of everything that is never really talked about. Because as you start to step into the more, you'll start to experience more of this. And if you're not aware, if you're not paying attention, you'll just be thinking, why am I so overwhelmed? Why am I so busy? Why do things feel like they're going out of control all of a sudden? Especially if you're coming out of your comfort zone, right? Maybe you've been doing the self-development. Maybe you've been doing the work that says, yo, I'm ready to build. I'm ready to go to that next level, right? So you come out of that place where you're in a comfort zone, you're cocooning, maybe working on yourself. You come out of that comfort zone that's already requiring more of you. So with that, to the level and degree of your growth is going to be the level and degree of what is required of you. And I'm not saying this to say be scared of your abundance, be scared of your growth. No, I'm saying that to say do not neglect what it is, because when it comes and when it hits, if you're not aware, it can throw you completely off course. I see a lot of people starting to attract things that they want, and then, things start to get a little heavy, and it's like, kind of want to crumble, or you kind of want to be like, start questioning, is this even really what I wanted? Is this, and it's like, you don't even realize that this is the more that you wanted. It just comes with that. It just comes with the more, whether it's like more work, or whether it's like more understanding or more acceptance of something. Maybe you're working with somebody whom personally I don't really vibe with, but professionally, y'all created something and you want to see it go, and that thing is starting to bubble. Now y'all trying to get that jumping. Personally, you'd rather not have to deal with this person as much, but as this thing that you really want to see grow gets bubbling, it might require more of you as far as how much you bringing yourself to the table with regards to that relationship, right? Now you got to come in and you have to be mindful of how you're treating your business partner and whether or not you want to cultivate a successful partnership so y'all can keep this thing growing, or whether or not, you're going to go in that opposite direction and be like, I didn't ask for all this bullshit. I'd rather just go another way and completely abandon, your initial thoughts. So as I'm experiencing this, I know what the changes that I've been talking about is coming, or that have been coming, that a lot of people are experiencing, when it comes specifically to the change of growth, the change of development and becoming more. With that is going to be required more of you, is going to takes up more space in your life. Literally, like you go shopping, right, for clothes or a whole new wardrobe, that takes up more space in your house, that takes up more space in your closet. Now, maybe you have to do your spring cleaning, if you have to throw stuff out, there's elements of sacrifice there. That's all besides the point, but that is just showing the type of how much more will be required of you in the achieving the more that you want. So sometimes there will be a little bit of sacrifice. Sometimes there will be a little bit of accepting certain things, or just really allowing the process to be and allowing yourself to grow into the process. All right. So that was just the insight that I've been getting working with my guides yesterday and today. Because I personally have been feeling like, oh, wow, a lot of stuff is coming at me now, which is awesome and it's amazing and you're blessed. And then it's like, well, at certain moments, why do I feel overwhelmed? Can I keep up? Can I handle it? Can I manage it? Of course I can, right? But that message is coming through, right? Like, this is what you're asking for. The more you want, the more you step into, the more you allow yourself to embody, the more that will be required of you. Not as a punishment, but as an example of that which you are. You're growing and becoming more. So be that more. Okay? So that's the message. Peace and blessings. It's your boy Zay. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, whatever else. If you're not up on the Facebook, you're missing out on all the lives where I'm giving guidance, things of that nature. So be sure to hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/I am.Zay-P. It's your boy Zay. I'm out.